It's nice to meet you, 7567.
Actually, my name is Rex, Captain, 501st Clone Battalion.
Greetings and hello there, everyone. It's me, Nooch Too Good, your Star Wars dad. Welcome to episode 624 of Should You Farm the Phoenix? I don't even know anymore. I could have an entire playlist of videos where we talk about should you farm the Phoenix. And I'm not going to make a playlist, but they're out there. If you look up Nooch Too Good, a Star Wars dad, and should you farm Phoenix, you will find a plethora of videos to imbibe, to take in, to I don't know. So here's what's happening now. CG is giving away basically half of the shards, not quite, but half of the shards for every Phoenix. So you're gonna be halfway, or almost halfway, to every Phoenix character. It's in this event right here, and you guys have seen it. It's been out for a couple days. The Time to Begin Again event. Collect Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum and the Phoenix Squad. You go through this. I did them all, every single one of them, all of them. It's Zeb, it's Sabine, it's Kanan, it's Hera, it's Ezra, all of them. So you collect rewards, my possible. So I did the event. It's just not. I guess I could have come on and played it. Whatever. I just popped through it without thinking. Yeah, I should have shown you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I could have just run the event in the background because it was all auto, but I didn't. So now we're left here to talk about should you farm the Phoenix. Now, what I want to do is I want to talk first about, and obviously this would apply to people that are coming to the game right now, or if you're starting a new alt right now in the next 60 days, because the event runs for 60 days, should you farm the Phoenix? After 60 days, we're back to normal. I'd say no again, because Hera's a 3-month farm, and it's gonna not lead you to much along the way. But of course, now we have Captain Rex, and some of you farmed Captain Rex a bunch. Some of you who've been here for maybe a month or two now have Captain Rex sitting at 5 stars. If you're like me on my my other accounts, I got Captain Rex at 5 stars because it was a marquee event. Then double drops, you got a bunch of Captain Rex shards. So should you take Captain Rex to 7 stars and then farm? Now that you got a bunch of Phoenix shards, go farm the rest of the Phoenix. Let's talk about opportunity costs or trade-offs. This is your economics lesson for today, boys and girls. Now, what is an opportunity cost or a trade-off? Let's say, here we go. I'm gonna pull this out. I have to write something down, and I can pick the blue pen or I can pick the white pen. Apple pen, pineapple pen. I can pick one of these pens. If I want to pick the white pen, I have to let go of the blue pen. I only get to pick one pen. If I pick the blue pen, I gotta let go of the white pen. So my opportunity cost of one pen is the other pen. Put another way, and my trade-off to use the blue pen is the white pen. So put another way, if I got an apple and an orange in front of me, if I want to choose the apple, my opportunity cost is the orange. If I want to choose the orange, my opportunity. So I give up. I trade off whatever I choose. I have to trade off something because I can only choose one of those things. So what are the opportunity costs for the Phoenix? Well, there's a lot. There's a lot. Even at halfway shards, Chopper is a really easy farm in Cantina battles, or Cantina shop. Ezra is a really easy farm in Cantina battles. Zeb is an easy farm in the Galactic War Store. Hera is a more difficult farm with regular energy. So this is if you were farming Hera every day as a free-to-play player from day one, it would take you about 3 months to unlock her, assuming no double drops, assuming no pack drops. Right now, you're looking at like a month and a half to farm Hera. Then you're looking at Kanan's a very easy 7-star farm in the Squad Arena shop. Sabine again is regular energy, so not a great farm. A 3-month farm, just generally speaking. But that's not really the trade-off, right? You can spend. It wouldn't take you very long. It would take you a while to farm Captain Rex. Captain Rex from beginning to end, 0 to 330 at 7 stars is a 6-month farm if you farm it once every day. Right now, until it's double drops. But you've already got yourself almost halfway there, so it's probably a 3-month farm, just farming single shards every day. So a 3-month farm for Captain Rex. But the 7-star farming is not really where the opportunity cost comes in. You might have to give up a couple of your normal farms. I got my Java account up here. I might have to not farm up General Veers or Piet, or maybe I don't farm Jawa and Anakin or Fennec at all early on, and I go and farm Hera and Rex. Okay, that's fine. The real trade-offs come in the gear. They come in the gear. Now, if I'm going to farm the Phoenix early on, and this is really important, if I'm going to farm the Phoenix early on, and I'm going to farm Captain Rex, I'm farming an endgame squad at that, an endgame Grand Arena squad. And then Captain Rex, by the way, his ideal 3v3 squad is going to be with a couple of clones, so that's a whole nother farm you have to do on top of that. So here's where the opportunity costs come in. It's that I have to gear up Chopper, and I have to gear up Hera, and I have to gear up Ezra and Rex and Kane, or whoever, whatever team you're going to use. You got to get them up to minimum gear 12, maybe even relic levels. Now, what you could do is gear them up to gear 8, you know, slap Captain Rex's Zetas and Omicron on him, and okay, boom. Then you got a team that can perform well for you in Carbonite. If you're just looking for a team that you're going to get you through Carbonite and no further until you invest a bunch of gear, then I guess you could do that. I just don't really see that being a long-term idea there. I don't see the trade-off of farming a bunch of gear. Well, okay. I don't see the trade-off of just using these guys in Carbonite Grand Arena and in no other game modes, really. I guess you could use them in Galactic War too, whatever. I don't see where that's a great idea. And then when you get to other character farms, well, Rex is required for Galactic Legend Leia. So, you know, if you want to farm him up, you're going to get him to Relic 7 for Galactic Legend Leia. You could do that. Then you're saying, well, it's not a trade-off at all. I'm going for Galactic Legend Leia, but you're going to farm 4 other characters. You're going to farm 4 other Phoenix, and that's your trade-off for Galactic Legend Leia. If you want to get Captain Rex Relic and get the rest of these guys to Gear 12, maybe that's a pretty good team. Maybe that team can get you through Bronzium. Okay, maybe that's an idea, but still, even the Gear 12 gear, you're trading off several weeks or a month of gearing up other characters on that Galactic Legend Leia farm. So, what am I saying? Should you farm the Phoenix? Everybody wants me to answer this. Everybody wants me to say yes, no. The answer is maybe. My wife's uncle, who is a CPA, I was very early on, I started asking him tax questions, and he would just give me all of the different options. And so I stopped asking my wife's uncle tax questions. So maybe you're going to stop watching me talk about should you farm the Phoenix, but I want you to be informed, because the thing about Galaxy of Heroes, and I say this a lot, there are 1,000 different ways to play this game, and that's the great thing about the game. That is what, to me, is giving this game some new life here 8 years in. Is you can farm multiple Galactic Legends right off the bat. You can go on multiple journeys where, you know, Yoda, Thrawn, you can go get Cal Kestis, Padme, Commander Luke Skywalker, Beskar Mando. You can go get your Executor or your Profundity early, you can get your Revans. There's a lot, Starkiller, Inquisitors. There are so many paths to follow as a new player or a new account in this game. So it's impossible for me to say yes or no as a 100% answer. I would say this. If you're gonna go get Galactic Legend Leia, then I think maybe the Phoenix and farming them up to Gear 12 and relicking Captain Rex to Relic 7 is maybe not a bad idea. Maybe that's a team that can really help you out in Grand Arena for a long time. You know, if Captain Rex is driving that engine and really making the Phoenix go burr, then maybe you do farm the Phoenix, take them to Gear 12, and take Captain Rex up to Relic 7 and go get your Galactic Legend Leia. So I think it does fit in with the Galactic Legend Leia farm. Otherwise, or I'll back up, or a Sith Eternal farm. You gotta go get Palpatine, you gotta go get Thrawn. Maybe you go ahead and farm the Phoenix anyway. Maybe get them all to Gear 12, including Captain Rex. Maybe you relic them, maybe not. Maybe you relic them after you get Sith Eternal. Maybe that's your first relic team, is your Phoenix team, okay? So maybe in those two situations, Galactic Legend Leia or Sith Eternal Emperor as your first early farm, maybe in that situation it's great to go get Phoenix. Other than that, I just don't see making the investment into this team on another account. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're just so freaking awesome in Grand Arena that you can carry them along at gear 8, 9, 10, and have Rex at gear 11, 12, and you can put them out there and do great things. And maybe the trade-off for that is you get a bunch of extra crystals from climbing higher in Grand Arena. I just think the time that you're going to invest in that and the time that you're going to cost on your other farms probably isn't worth it unless you're going to go for Galactic Legend Leia or Sith Eternal right off the bat, or maybe as an early farm. So there's my opinion. It is true in the next 60 days, it might be worth it to go get the Phoenix and get your Captain Rex and get them all geared up. I always try to look long term. I don't want to look at the next 60 days because you might be watching this video, you know, in 2024, and I don't want to just answer this question for the next 60 days. But for the next 60 days, if you're starting a brand new account, maybe it's worth it to get the Phoenix. I'm not going to activate them on my Jabba Rush account here because I'm trying to rush Jabba and I don't have any credits. I've got 2 million credits right now. I don't have the credits. That's something else you got to take in. Your opportunity cost is a bunch of credits that could be invested into something else in the game as well. So there you go. Should you farm the Phoenix? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Maybe you love the Phoenix. Maybe you find the new Ahsoka show really stimulating and exciting. I find it super boring, and boy, it's just dragging. What are they doing? Is Disney just inept at making TV shows? I don't get it. I don't get what their problem is. That's all we got for today. Sorry to get that in there. I just watched the first 2 episodes for Ahsoka, and every time they talk, there's a 3-second pause before someone else talks again. And I don't understand how you make a TV show with these kind of pauses. Nooch too good. Jabba.